on the trailer buzz, we got our first trailer for Gran Turismo. You know, the classic PlayStation game. There's seven of them. I played 5 of them. So yeah, it's basically just a car racing game that they've brought into a film, but it's done in quite a different way to what we expect from racing games. That's been transitioned into the film. It's more on the gaming side of it all, and just some random gamer actually participating in, what is it called, a Grand Prix or a race. So what do you think of this trailer?
I'm not gonna lie, man, I love this. Now I know that it may not work and the concept's a little goofy, but like you said, you know, if you hear about a movie called Gran Turismo, you're like, oh, it's just going to be some guy racing a car, and it's just going to be called Gran Turismo, but they're just racing cars.
Yeah.
To actually, you know, use this concept where, you know, the Gran Turismo games actually exist in that world.
Yeah.
And the best racers that play that game have a chance to actually play in the real, like a real Grand Prix or a real race or whatever it may be. I think that makes it really interesting, because it's a way that you can, you know, treat the fan base to these movies. I think I'm not going to say faithful, but I think it's, you know, you're honoring the legacy of the gaming franchise while creating a new kind of concept for a film. And I think it's a more naturalistic and interesting way to bring it into the format of a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think this has the potential to be dog shit, just a throwaway movie, if you will. But if it hits, I think it could be something quite special. You know, if the Gran Turismo, I don't know how big the fan base is. I haven't heard about this franchise in decades, if I'm being honest. But you know, if you satisfy them and honor that franchise while establishing quite a new concept into a film, it could really work. But that's a tough margin to hit. So I'd lean more towards the cautionary optimistic perspective. But what did you think? I think this one is interesting.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it looks pretty good. It gives me, like, not quite Ford v Ferrari vibes, but like those sort of vibes, as in, like, it could be good and could get to somewhat close to that level. I think the racing is really done well and captured well. This might not make sense to anyone, but the shots look exactly like it is in the game, of, like, you know how there's a bunch of cars going around a corner and it's like that low shot.
Oh yes,
as they go around. Yeah. That's like taken straight from the games and stuff. Have you played the games much?
Yeah.
So as you said, it's more for, you need to be quite optimistic in regards to this, because it could either be trash or it could be great. But from what I've seen so far, it looks pretty good. I don't know much of the director's work, but the director is Neil Blomkamp. Did he do is it Oblivion? Is it him?
I don't know. I think, did Joseph Kosinski do Oblivion?
I have no idea.
No, yeah. I feel like I've heard the director's name
or
before.
am I thinking of Elysium?
Oh, that's the Matt Damon one, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Oblivion was not him. He did, Neil Blomkamp did District 9, Chappie. Yeah, he did do Elysium, yeah.
Yeah. Well, District 9 was pretty good.
District 9 was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about Chappie, though.
Bro, the boxing robot. Don't hate on chaps.
So, yeah, it could go either way, but I actually admire the direction that they're taking this movie. I'm glad, because when I heard Gran Turismo, I was nowhere looking forward to this, because I felt like I knew exactly what they would do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just some driver, and he competes in an event called Gran Turismo, and then that's it.
Yeah, so it's definitely a more interesting concept of, like, average Joe gamer.
Exactly.
I mean, he might just be an OP gamer, but it's something different we're going to see. So I think either way, it's definitely going to feel fresh to what I've seen from normal car films.
Yeah. You know what they need to do now that I've seen this trailer?
What?
Fortnite movie.
Why Fortnite?
Because it's like the Hunger Games. They will choose the top gamers to drop in to the island.
Oh, should we see Ninja going and he just first one eliminated? To be honest, on the topic of Fortnite, I am so surprised we haven't seen a movie from Fortnite yet, considering how popular and big it is.
Yeah, I mean, when did Fortnite come out? 2018?
2017, I think.
2017. I think next year we'll get an announcement because Moana released in 2016 and it's already been announced for a re-release or a remake. So yeah, Fortnite's on the way. But I don't know how you'd put that one to a movie. But
it would have to be very Hunger Games-esque.
Yeah, like those people are sent to the island for a reason.
Or they might do like a duos or a teams.
Oh,
squads centric. So we just see a squad in this
and then like the last hour of the movie is them in the island trying to be the last one.
Yeah. Well, as long as I can see the prison and old Dusty Depot again, I'm happy.
It could actually work. It seems like it could actually work though.
I think it could.
Fortnite, yeah.
I think that's a decent like money maker in terms of film right there if they do it right.
Yeah, and if this movie Gran Turismo, if this one works, then we can kind of start getting rid of the whole cliche and stereotype that video games can't be adapted. Yeah, because I think you just got to be creative with it, and yeah, I think it could work.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it with Sonic, Mario, then The Last of Us. They've all been creative in the property
and decent as well,
and really good as well. Yeah. But guess we'll wait and see.